Now in Good Morning Northwest, a deadly crash raises safety concerns in Meade. A school bus hit and killed a 20-year-old woman in a crosswalk. Neighbors say they avoid, why they're calling for changes to prevent another tragedy.
And temperatures are cooling off, and we'll see some slick roads this morning, plus another round of snow that I'm tracking coming up.
Venezuela becomes a flashpoint between world powers. Russia calls U.S. actions destructive interference, and Iran issues a warning to the entire international community. You are watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for being with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Wednesday, January 7th. Welcome to it. Let's kick things off this hour with meteorologist Matt Gray and a look at that first alert forecast as we're kicking off our day.
Yeah, kicking off our day, and whether you've had snow managed to stick overnight with the warmer temperatures, or you're looking pretty green or brown like we're seeing in downtown Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Our temperatures are dropping again here, and now sitting at freezing or just below freezing. And so all of a sudden, all these shiny roads out here from the moisture from yesterday start to take a little bit more importance as we are on the lookout for some slick spots out there this morning on your morning drive. We've been also watching a little bit of snow trying to work its way through the Rafter Prairie, now pulling away, just kind of hovering to the north of I-90 in the Coeur d'Alene Mountains here, now beginning to kind of approach the Cataldo area. We might see a flurry there, also seeing some light snow over at the summit of 4th of July Pass, but that is moving away from the Coeur d'Alene area. We're at 32 in Hayden, but 38 in downtown Coeur d'Alene. At freezing up at Spokane International, but down in the valley, we're sitting just a little bit above freezing. Regardless of what your temperature is this morning, it's not going to make that much of a difference when it comes to our potential here for some slick spots out on area roads, as we are seeing our road temperatures down at ground level in the mid-20s. So yeah, just be careful out there, especially if you still got some snow and slush kind of left over from yesterday. A lot of that may be sitting on the road still is freezing over. Looking at the big broad picture, we've got another round of snow that's moving in for later today. I'll show you when that will appear coming up.
Matt, thanks. Well, family and friends are grieving for a woman hit and killed by a Meade School District bus Monday night.
That woman has been identified as 20-year-old Eva Allen. Police say Allen was in the crosswalk at the intersection of Hastings Road and Bellwood Drive when the bus hit her. This crash is still under investigation as of right now. The driver has not been charged. The Meade School District has placed the bus driver on administrative leave during the investigation. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says impairment and speed do not seem to be factors here. People in the neighborhood say this tragedy is unfortunately not surprising, and it's why many of them avoid using this crosswalk. They say it's poorly lit because of how fast and busy the road is. They believe it's too dangerous.
That street was always one of the streets that I tried to avoid because there were never any lights there. There were no cameras as far as I could tell. There were people who drive pretty recklessly around there.
Along that stretch of Hastings Road in front of Meade High School, there are 3 crosswalks. The one where Allen was killed is the only one that does not have lights to alert drivers that someone's crossing. Neighbors hope that this tragedy spurs changes to make that intersection safer.
Friends say Eva Allen also went by the name Rowan. They say she'll be remembered as someone who was kind to everyone she met.
She had a heart of gold. I just loved her. I loved how kind she was. Like, she didn't care what you looked like. She didn't care who you were. She'd be your friend automatically.
AJ Reeves and Eva first met in middle school and became close friends during their sophomore year of high school. Eva's family and friends say she had plans to attend Spokane Community College and become a special needs teacher. As we learn more about the investigation, we will share it with you here on TV and on KXLY.com.
We are following some breaking news. The U.S. has launched an operation to seize an oil tanker linked to Venezuela. The ship, called the Monera and formerly known as the Bella One, is currently in the North Atlantic. As this unfolded, Russian military forces were in the same area. Now, the tanker is registered as a Russian vessel, and the U.S. Coast Guard has been tracking it for about 2 weeks, ever since a failed attempt to seize it back on December 20th, when the ship was empty and moving through through the Caribbean, apparently headed for Venezuela. All of this comes as President Trump lays out a list of demands for the Venezuelan government following the U.S. military's capture of Venezuela's president and first lady. Those demands include cutting ties with Russia, China, and Iran, and working with the U.S. on oil production. The proposal would also require Venezuela to hand over 30 to 50 million barrels of oil, but those demands are facing some real pushback. In a statement, Russian officials say they stand in unwavering solidarity with Venezuela, and they are ready to keep supporting the country. They also argue Venezuela should decide its own future without outside interference. Iran echoed that message, calling the move dangerous and warning it could have ripple effects far beyond Venezuela. Here in the U.S., some lawmakers are concerned about what President Trump is demanding.
My question is, or else what? What else is the United States threatening to do, and what actions are they taking?
President Trump says the oil would be sold at market price, benefiting both Venezuela and the United States. But for right now, Venezuela's future remains very much up in the air. The country is also entering a 7-day period of mourning for soldiers killed in the U.S. raid over the weekend to capture leader Nicolas Maduro. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
And the president is now trying to steer a focus to his renewed threat to take over Greenland, a territory that is part of Denmark, a NATO ally.
We need Greenland from a national security situation. It's so strategic. Right now, Greenland is covered with Russian and Chinese ships all over the place.
The White House is even floating using the U.S. military, drawing condemnation from major European powers, several world leaders, and concern from some members of Congress. Leaders from both Denmark and Greenland are pushing back on Trump's demands and have requested a meeting with Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
Well, back here in our area, Spokane families who live near the South Hill Bluff can learn next week how more than 200 acres of wildfire prevention work have made their neighborhoods safer. In a community presentation, the Spokane Fire Department will explain how crews cleared dangerous brush and vegetation that could have fueled devastating wildfires threatening homes and the beloved natural area. The presentation will also cover why the treatments were essential for wildfire resilience, how crews carried out the work, and what residents can expect moving forward. You are invited to this presentation at 6 p.m. on January 13th in the ballroom of the Spokane Women's Club. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:07.
All right, back over to meteorologist Matt Gray, checking out what's happening for us today.
All right. Yeah, a little bit of lingering Idaho snow this morning. Be a little gusty. We'll see a little sunshine today here as well. And then in the evening, we're right back into some snowy weather. And that's probably a little bit better chance to stick than it did yesterday around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Take a look coming up.
And Stevens Pass travelers get 1 day of normal driving before Highway 2 closes again. What's going on with the work there? We'll tell you coming up.
And flu cases hit their highest level in 25 years. Doctors blame a variant they didn't see coming. The new guidance from health officials right after this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Rain or shine, day or night, good weather always reigns at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. No matter the weather, winning is better. Your 7-day forecast calls for fun at the Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Coeur d'Alene Casino, winning is just the beginning.
Winter's creeping in. Is your heating system ready for the challenge ahead? Don't let an unexpected equipment failure or high energy bills impact your comfort this holiday season. At Bills, our comprehensive maintenance can discover problems before they start, giving you peace of mind to focus on what matters most. For a limited time, you can schedule a tune-up for only $59. Call us at 208-777-5528 and schedule today.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can it keep me warm when I'm cold?
Wait, no, I'm always hot.
Sleep Number does that.
Can I make my side softer?
I make my side firmer. Sleep Number does that. Your ideal firmness and effortless comfort all night.
Can it help us sleep better and better?
Please.
Sleep Number does that. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Check it out at sleepnumber.com or at a Sleep Number store near you. No crime scene, no suspects, and no backstory. The only clue? DNA, given to a woman in Spokane who volunteered to follow it. How one woman's lifelong passion turned her into SPD's secret weapon. Tonight on 4 News Now.
When you're in a car wreck, we're not just here to fight for you. We're here as a family. At Craig Swap & Associates, we treat every client like one of our own.
We're not just a business. We're a family.
When I reached out to Craig Swap & Associates, it felt like I was talking to family. They got started right away. They made sure I received everything I was owed.
Call Craig Swap & Associates and let us show you what it means to be treated like family. Just one call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better, to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
It is 6:11 on the nose. Here is a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The son of legendary Hollywood director Rob Reiner appears in court today on murder charges.
32-year-old Nick Reiner is accused of stabbing his father and stepmother Michelle Singer Reiner to death at their Brentwood home in December on the 14th. The LA County District Attorney charged Nick Reiner with 2 counts of first-degree murder with special circumstances. The charges include a deadly weapon allegation. If convicted, Nick Reiner faces life in prison without parole or the death penalty. His defense attorney, Alan Jackson, asks the public to respect the judicial process.
Georgia is set to hold a special election March 10th to replace former Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. Her unexpected resignation follows her turn from Trump ally to Trump critic. Now voters will choose who gets to finish her term. Greene's district, northwest of Atlanta, is considered a Republican stronghold. Some observers say the race could provide insight into fractures within the MAGA movement.
Doctor visits for flu symptoms have reached their highest level in 25 years. That's according to the CDC. This comes as nearly all U.S. states are showing high or very high levels of flu activity driven by a new subvariant called subclade K. The CDC estimates that at least 11 million people have had the flu this season. 120,000 people have been hospitalized as a result of it, and 5,000 have died.
Time now to plan out your day, and as the snow from last night begins to move out of the area, we'll see some breezy weather and clearing and even a little bit of sun out there for the morning in the early afternoon. Clouds start to build in the late afternoon. We'll see breezy, mild temperatures, 30s and 40s even, and some rain showers in the Columbia Basin. That'll be the next round of wet weather that'll arrive around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene during the evening, and so it will fall as snow, and our roads will slicken up again as temperatures cool.
Well, snowy conditions have forced a contractor to pause repairs on Highway 2 at Stevens Pass. That's according to the Washington State Department of Transportation. Work will remain on hold through today. Highway 2 will open at 6 a.m. between Coles Corner and Summit with mileposts 85 to 99 without a pilot car. That road is then scheduled to close again at 6 p.m. Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:13.
From heroes to targets, coming up why the pilots who saved 177 passengers are taking Boeing to court.
And first, we want to bring you a live look at what we're seeing to kick off our Wednesday morning. You're not seeing things. This is Cowley Park, still all lit up this morning, still making spirits bright and bringing smiles to people's faces as we head into the new year. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Northwest right after this.
No crime scene, no suspects, and no backstory. The only clue? DNA, given to a woman in Spokane who volunteered to follow it. How one woman's lifelong passion turned her into SPD's secret weapon. Tonight on 4 News Now.
The Simon & Garfunkel story is a nostalgic multimedia experience with a full band performing all the hits. Don't miss The Simon & Garfunkel story, Wednesday, January 21st at the Fox Theater. Tickets at foxtheaterspokane.org.
At Parker Toyota, our commitment to you begins the moment you drive off the lot in your new vehicle.
We have more Toyota Master Diagnostic technicians than anyone in the Northwest.
That means our technicians are the most experienced at identifying and fixing any mechanical issues, ensuring that your Toyota receives the care it deserves.
Open 7 days a week. Call or go online to schedule your appointment at parkertoyota.com.
How do you nourish a cat for a lifetime? Purina Cat Chow.
Chow, 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 chow. Purina Cat Chow. Everybody's wow about the chow, chow, chow.
Trusted nutrition for every life stage for over 60 years. Cat Chow.
Chow, chow, chow.
Two great things happen in January. Kerner Furniture's January clearance sale and National Compliment Day.
And we found a way to celebrate both.
You are the perfect size for a small or large dinner party and the perfect January clearance sale price.
Lazy Boy, you're so good at reclining and always at a guaranteed low price.
Find the furniture that complements your home at a price that complements your budget.
Kerner Furniture's January clearance sale is going on now.
Kerner Furniture, nice store, low prices.
All across America.
Good morning.
Hello. Wherever we are.
It's good to be home.
It feels like home.
When's the last time we dropped our things and went? Woke up somewhere that we've both never been. Growing up doesn't mean
Good morning. How are you?
At the start of the day, letting us into your home, putting the good in your morning.
Man, it's good to be home.
GMA. It's an invitation to come together. Brighten your morning.
I'm George. How are you?
And the day ahead.
The Simon and Garfunkel story is a nostalgic multimedia experience with a full band performing all the hits. Don't miss The Simon and Garfunkel story, Wednesday, January 21st at the Fox Theater. Tickets at foxtheaterspokane.org. 4 News Now is brought to you by Kerner Furniture.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:16. There's a new legal battle brewing about one of the most frightening moments in recent aviation history.
2 pilots now say Boeing tried to blame them for a near disaster that wasn't their fault. Here's ABC's Hannah Battah.
This morning, new fallout after this mid-air nightmare. In January 2024, a section of an Alaska Airlines Boeing 737 known as a door plug was blown off in mid-flight.
We are emergency. We are depressurized. We do need to return back to. We have 177 passengers.
The 2 pilots descending to below 10,000 feet so passengers would have enough oxygen to breathe. Then working with air traffic controllers to avoid other planes, they landed back in Portland, Oregon with only minor injuries on board. The pilots were hailed as heroes. But now both pilots are suing Boeing, claiming the company initially tried to blame them. Captain Brandon Fisher claiming Boeing attempted to shift blame intentionally and falsely claiming that Captain Fisher and First Officer Wyprid made mistakes that contributed to the incident. As for First Officer Emily Wyprid, she's suing Boeing subsidiary Spirit Aerosystems.
The first indication was it was an explosion in my ears. And then a whoosh of air. My body was forced forward. And there was a loud bang.
After a lengthy investigation, officials found the plane had left the factory, missing critical bolts to secure a panel that sealed off an old emergency exit. The FAA fined Boeing for $3 million. The company has not commented on the new lawsuits, but its CEO has insisted improving safety is a top priority. And the FAA said inspectors are satisfied with the company's new safety measures. Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
All right, it is 6:18, and this is your live look this morning over downtown Spokane. A little bit of breezy conditions on my way in this morning, but you know, the drive was A-okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, might be a little slick in some of the local neighborhoods here this morning where we had a little bit more of the kind of slush and snow and that type of things as we've seen temperatures drop back below freezing. And then, of course, there's what's going on in the passes.
Oh, yeah,
which is,
this was nuts.
Yeah, so this is from last night in Snoqualmie Pass. There were some closures. There's been some long delays over Snoqualmie as they've seen, we're talking about feet worth of snow in the forecast, and we're not quite done even yet there. So through the Cascades, it's going to be some difficult weather. Winter storm warning remains in effect for those areas. Snoqualmie and Stevens Pass as we head towards about 10 o'clock today, and then through this time tomorrow, we're going to see another 9 to 18 inches there. So still going to be some really tough going here. 4th of July Pass, not nearly as much, 2 to 3 inches than the last round, which is now beginning to exit the region, and another 3 to 6 inches with round 2 of the snow that'll be over Lookout Pass here. So that winter storm warning in the Cascades continues until tomorrow. The winter storm warning here for the Central Panhandle and the winter weather advisory Northeast Washington and North Idaho will expire here as we head towards 10 or 11 o'clock this morning. And you can see here definitely a little bit of slow going over Lookout Pass as there is snow sitting on the roadway here from we could barely see what was going on just about an hour ago. So once again, starting to see things calm down there, but it's going to be slick, especially between there and Wallace on I-90. That breeze that we noticed this morning will continue around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene for at least through the morning and through lunchtime. We'll end up back in the upper 30s. We'll even see some 40s in the Columbia Basin. I think I've got a high for 44 for Moses Lake today. Then as we head into the evening, the next round of wet weather shows up, and with us cooling, that's going to give us a better chance for it to be snow that sticks as opposed to just snow that doesn't stick, like we saw yesterday in many areas, or at least doesn't stick for very long. So not expecting a lot here. We're talking about an inch at best around Spokane, an inch and change around the Coeur d'Alene area, and in general across the North Idaho Panhandle, 1 to 3 inches or so. And you can see where it's going to be mostly rain in places like Moses Lake, where it shows up a little earlier. Things are going to be pretty quiet there. So there's that rain, Ritzville, Moses Lake, places like that. It's a little bit of rain snow mix as you head further north towards Wilbur and Davenport. And then as we head towards 637, it's all snow as it's working its way through Spokane and through the Washington Palouse here. That snow lingers a bit longer into the night around the mountains of North Idaho, and so those mountain valleys across the Panhandle are going to get more snow, even if it's just a little bit more, as we continue to see these snow showers kind of linger on as we go through the night. Here's your 7-day forecast. We're going to continue into Friday morning to see just a little bit of mountain snow, occasionally getting down to those North Idaho valleys. Not expecting a ton around eastern Washington to be going on by then. And then we're in a long-term dry pattern. I mean dry. Maybe we get a light mountain shower or two on Monday, but that's about it.
All right. Well, it'll be a good weekend to hit up on the hills. And
yeah, it's going to be a nice, fresh layer there Friday and Saturday.
Love it.
Awesome.
Matt, thanks.
It's now 6:22.
The Seattle Seahawks are back in the NFL playoffs, and for the first time in half of a decade, they get to host. We'll talk about the impact a home playoff game could have for the Seahawks. That's coming up just ahead here in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
During our Drive into 2026 sales event, save up to $16,750 off or 0% APR on new 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevations. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
The New Year clearance event is on now at Walker's, where they're launching the new year with big-time savings up to 70% off. Or receive 0% interest financing until 2031 with no down payment and no minimum purchase.
So you can get that new furniture you've been wanting at New Year clearance prices. Going on now at Walker's.
My name is Josh Hickey. I'm one of the partners at Hickey Law Firm in Sandpoint, Idaho. I practice general civil litigation. If you've been hurt and you are not feeling like you're being made whole by the responsible party or their insurance company, then you should just speak with an attorney. Our door is always open. When a person comes and meets with me and I'm able to take their case and get them a settlement or an award, it's often life-changing. That's the kind of work that I want to do.
Welcome to Missisquoi Casino Hotel. Discover endless possibilities with our exclusive partnership with 49 Degrees North. Cozy fireplaces, state-of-the-art ski lockers, and views that take your breath away. Book your hotel stay with us and enjoy a delicious dinner, drinks by the fire, and the soothing warmth of the hot tub.
Ski, stay, and play at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. Located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah.
No crime scene, no suspects, and no backstory.
I don't want to know anything about it. Nothing.
The only clue? DNA, given to a woman in Spokane who volunteered to follow it.
It's the solving. It's the mystery.
I'm Derek Dice with 4 News Now. I'll show you how science, patience, and one woman's lifelong passion finally helped crack a nearly 30-year-old murder case and turned her into SPD's secret weapon.
She's irreplaceable.
Tonight on 4 News Now.
During our Drive into 2026 sales event, save up to $12,500 off or 0% APR on new 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevations. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Good morning, I'm Mia Green. Welcome into Morning Sports. For the Seattle Seahawks, it has been 5 years since their last home playoff game, and they have a strong history at home and will look to add to it this time around. The Seattle Seahawks have earned 36 postseason appearances and reached 3 Super Bowls, capturing the crown in 2013. But the real magic is playing at home. The Hawks have hosted 16 playoff games in franchise history and have an impressive 12-4 record on their home turf. And after seasons without a home playoff game, Seattle returns to Lumen Field for the first time since the 2020 season. Head coach Mike McDonald and quarterback Sam Darnold spoke about playing at Lumen Field.
That's definitely a point of pride, that we can have a home, at least one home playoff game in front of the 12s. They've been dynamite this year. They've been absolute, just incredible. So we're really excited to be able to stay home.
Yeah, it's huge to be able to play in front of the 12s. It's unlike any other stadium that I've ever played in terms of, how loud it can be and how tough it can be for another offense to operate. So, we're really looking forward to playing at home for the playoffs. With a team full of playmakers and plenty of excitement, the Seahawks now await the lowest-seeded wildcard team to host at Lumen Field. The Seahawks fans have lots to look forward to for the remainder of the season. That's a wrap on Morning Sports.
Yeah, it's been so exciting. And this is really exciting, too. Great moment for a former Spokane Chiefs player. Berkeley Catton not only made his first NHL goal last night for the Seattle Kraken, he also made a second. Catton played for the Chiefs for 2 seasons before being drafted by the Kraken in the first round of the 2024 NHL Draft.
That's so fun to watch him, not only on the team this year, but he's playing and he's making goals and he's doing great stuff.
Yeah, this is just the beginning for him.
Oh my gosh,
what a
can't
rock
wait.
Star. It's now 6:27.
Well, newer cars promise convenience with touchscreen controls, but research shows they create a dangerous distraction. We'll tell you what drivers are experiencing and why experts are concerned when we come back.
Plus, confusion for parents as the CDC changes vaccine recommendations for children. Some Washington doctors say ignore federal guidance and stick with current schedules. What does this mean for your family? We'll tell you coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap and Associates.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
I need help with their snoring.
Sleep Number does that.
Thank you.
And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Only at Sleep Number.
One night in Memphis, the nationally acclaimed tribute concert featuring top rock and roll legends. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, January 29th. Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, February 5th. Clay Walker stands as a towering figure in country music with electrifying performances. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, March 5th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or CDAcasino.com to buy your tickets now.
Winning is just the beginning.
The holiday deals may be gone, but you can still save big in January. I'm Robin Nance. From appliances to mattresses and fitness gear, I'll show you how to shop smarter and the weekend with some of the best savings of the month. Friday on Good Morning Northwest.
You know what's all good? Zero heartburn. Whew, it's hot. That's why I take Prilosec OTC. Just 1 pill a day blocks heartburn before it starts. Prilosec OTC. 1 pill, 0 heartburn. All good.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And try Vapor Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We are kicking off this half hour with the 4 News Now story tracker and some stories people are reading about online this morning.
One of the most notorious traitors in American history, Aldrich Ames, has died in a U.S. prison. Ames grew up an all-American kid. His dad worked for the CIA, and Ames followed in his footsteps, becoming chief of Soviet counterintelligence. But in 1985, Ames was deep in debt. He offered to feed information to the Soviets in exchange for $50,000. He then gave the KGB names of up to 30 Soviets working for Western intelligence. 10 of those people were executed within months. Ames was arrested in 1994, pleading guilty to espionage and sentenced to life in prison. He was 84 years old.
Well, it's been 1 year since the historic wildfires in Southern California burned down thousands of homes. One man has now been charged with sparking the Palisades fire, which started as another fire days before. LA Fire Department has new protocols and tools, including drone technology, to prevent a similar disaster, but communities are still reeling. Across the region, only a fraction of homes have began to be rebuilt. Good morning, Northwest. Your time right now is 6:30. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Wednesday, January 7th. Meteorologist Matt Gray here with a look at our first alert forecast for your Wednesday.
And our first alert forecast, after a little bit of snow still lingering around North Idaho this morning, most of that has begun to move on. Some mountain snow showers up at the Selkirks in Boundary County, and one snow shower is passing north of the Silver Valley this morning. That's about it. So these winter weather advisories in our northern counties and this winter storm warning for the Lookout and 4th of July pass areas, that will expire here as we head towards 10 this morning, if not even just a little bit earlier. We will still continue to see a winter storm warning for the Cascades. There's another round of snow is already moving in, and it has been really messy. This was last night on Snoqualmie Pass. They had some closures and long delays. If you are headed west today, make sure you're careful because you are going to be running into some wintry weather trying to get yourself across the mountains. Meanwhile, down in the valleys, we've cooled back down after staying above freezing most of the night, down to freezing. So watch for some slick spots with some of those wet roads out there, especially in those side streets and local neighborhoods. We got the moon out in Spokane, so we'll have a little bit of sun early this morning. I'm already tracking the next round of wet weather, which will come as snow coming up.
We are following some breaking news. Spokane City Council is stepping in, planning to formally recognize Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day and Juneteenth as key moments in American history. The council also plans to respond to President Trump removing those holidays from the National Park Service list of free admission days and replace them with his own birthday. Council President Betsy Wilkerson and Councilmember Paul Dillon are sponsoring the ordinance. Admission has been waived on Martin Luther King Jr. Day for years, including during President Trump's first term. Juneteenth was also added as a free day in 2024. The changes come as Trump has made eliminating diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts a key focus of his administration. Last year, on Juneteenth, the president also criticized the number of non-working holidays, claiming it's costing our country billions of dollars. City Council will meet on Monday, January 12th, and plans to also honor community members who are upholding the vision of Dr. King. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
All right, Hannah, thanks. And Washington health officials are reacting to the CDC decision to stop recommending certain childhood vaccines. The new guidelines no longer recommend all children to get vaccines for rotavirus, hepatitis A and B, meningitis, RSV, COVID, and the flu. But officials in Washington are urging parents to ignore the federal changes, calling them misguided. The state joined the West Coast Health Alliance in September, breaking from national advice.
I think this might put a bit of doubt into their mind, where as pediatricians, we don't feel like there needs to be that type of fear.
Medical experts say the CDC guidance no longer follows scientific evidence. The American Academy of Pediatrics calls the federal decision dangerous and unnecessary. The American Medical Association also criticizes the changes as deeply concerning. It recommends parents talk with their child's doctor if they have questions about vaccines.
A new study from the University of Washington found touch screens in your car can make you a worse driver. Many newer cars on the road rely heavily on this technology to control almost everything. Usually that comes in the form of a touch screen. The study found when people try to drive and use the touch screen, they become worse at both. It also causes drivers to veer out of their lane. Drivers with screens say it takes some time to adjust.
I had to frequently pull over to the side of the road if I needed to find something because I felt like it was a little dangerous for me to be trying to navigate the menu while I was driving.
One local driving school says distracted driving is close to becoming the #1 cause of deadly crashes. And it says it's not surprised that touchscreens are contributing to that issue. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:34.
All right, and on the roads this morning looking pretty good. Last night, you know, it was crazy, especially on Snoqualmie Pass. We've talked about that before.
Yeah, exactly. And already more snow in the Snoqualmie and Stevens Pass areas. And this next round of wet weather moving into western Washington, that's going to be headed for us as we head into tonight. And as temperatures cool, as the sun sets, well, it means we got a better chance of snow that might actually stick for a little bit. Take a look at your evening. Could look a little snowy coming up.
And still to come on Good Morning Northwest, American history comes to your wallet with new commemorative quarters. The U.S. Mint launches a 5-coin series marking the nation's 250th birthday. What to look for in your change next.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
You're busy, so at Car Wash Plaza, we're open 24/7 to match your schedule. Plus, we have safety surveillance lights and security cameras throughout the facility. It's easy with multiple payment options, cash, debit, or credit. There's even more reasons to visit our Car Wash Plaza. Our discount cars ensure major savings, and they're good at all our locations.
Car Wash Plaza, it's the best in the Northwest.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
At Gold Seal Plumbing, we've been family-owned and trusted since 1967. And right now, we're offering $500 off trenchless sewer installation, the best way to repair your sewer line. Our experts use light-rate technology to restore your system with minimal disruption and lasting results. And with 0% financing for up to 18 months, you can get your sewer line repaired now and pay over time. So call Gold Seal Plumbing today. We're on our way.
Snow days are the best days, especially when there's fresh powder on the mountain.
But getting there, that's where Subaru Symmetrical all-wheel drive comes in. Glide up the icy roads with confidence and enjoy stability on every twist and turn.
Pack your gear, load up the crew, and let the heated seats keep you warm on the way.
Because with Subaru, getting up to the ski hill is just as thrilling as the ride down.
Make every snow day the best day. Visit Parker Subaru and gear up for the season.
I am born to do this. I am an American bucking bull. And this is my sport.
PBR bucks into Numerica Veterans Arena this weekend. Get your tickets for PBR Spokane now at ticketswest.com.
No crime scene, no suspects, and no backstory. The only clue? DNA, given to a woman in Spokane who volunteered to follow it. How one woman's lifelong passion turned her into SPD's secret weapon. Tonight on 4 News Now.
Welcome back. It's now 6:38. Investigative genetic genealogy recently helped Spokane police identify the murderer in a nearly 30-year-old cold case.
Margaret Anselmo was 45 years old and a mother of 2. Her body was found in downtown Spokane in January of 1997. She'd been raped and beaten to death. The man who murdered Anselmo may never have been identified if it weren't for the Spokane Police Department's secret weapon, a local woman with a passion for genealogy. Linda Keenan volunteered to help SPD with this case. Sergeant Zach Storm Storment gave Keenan a profile of DNA matches, and using her genealogy skills, she eventually determined that Brian Anderson was the killer. Even though he died by suicide in 2009, finally knowing who killed Anselmo was a massive weight off the shoulders of her family and Sergeant Storment.
I know for him, this was a big help for him and a relief. So I was glad to do it, happy. So he can put that one to rest.
We'll explain how Keenan worked her magic to zero in on Anderson and how she hopes this will allow her to solve more cold cases in the future in Derek Dice's complete story. That's tonight on 4 News Now at 6 o'clock.
Reservations are now live for the 2026 camping season at Liberty Lake Regional Park. The park offers 13 tent sites, 1 group tent site, 17 water and electric RV sites, 2 full hookup RV sites, and 4 cabins. The camping season runs from May 15th to September 27th. Reservations fill up fast. If you'd like to save your spot, just look for the link in this story on KXLY.com.
And now it's time to plan out your day. If you look outside, you probably can see the moon here this morning in many places. And, well, that means we're going to see a little bit of sun this morning as well. Breezy and clearing skies, at least temporarily around the inland northwest. Clouds start to build again this afternoon. We'll see some mild temperatures in the 30s and 40s and some rain showers in the Columbia Basin as sunset approaches. Then for the evening, snow moving into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, and the roads will start slickening up again.
Check your change for a new U.S. coin marking the nation's 250th birthday.
On Monday, the U.S. Mint announced one of the coins, the Mayflower Compact Quarter, is now officially in circulation. It's the first of 5 new quarter designs that will be released this year. Those coins will mark the Revolutionary War, the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Gettysburg Address. The U.S. Mint will also release other collectible, non-circulating coins to celebrate America's 250th birthday. So look down at those coins as you're exchanging them, throwing them in your car.
Yeah, take an extra look. Can't wait to see what else we come up with. It's now 6:41.
Well, nearly 4 years after the Uvalde tragedy, a former school officer stands trial for child endangerment. But new testimony threatens to derail this case. What families are facing now when we come back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Ron was an active guy.
I'm an outdoorsman.
Until plantar fasciitis pain hit.
My wife said, I'm going to take you to the Good Feet store.
Now?
I can do my happy dance. That's what Good Feet dance.
Come in for your free fitting.
One call, that's all, means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops,
Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
What does it take to be the most watched newscast in America?
An operation to capture ISIS fighters.
Is this our Combat Operations Center?
We're approaching the gate now. Militants came in from 4 or 5 different directions.
Operational nuclear reactor.
So you have a couple loaded and ready to go. We've got a home right here engulfed in flames. The scene here, apocalyptic.
How important is this label right here, Made in the USA?
Look at your smile. You're proud of this.
I love this.
Great work.
Hi.
Where are you? Where are you?
Appreciate you.
Thank you. David, good to meet you. Ismail? David.
David.
Yes, yes. I'm David Muir.
I know who you are.
You
Watch
do?
you every night.
ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
Cecilia, you're breaking my heart.
The Simon & Garfunkel story returns to the stage after their blockbuster tour of North America, where they received standing ovations everywhere. The nostalgic multimedia experience and a full live band perform all the hits, including Mrs. Robinson, Cecilia, Homeward Bound, and many more. Don't miss The Simon & Garfunkel Story, Wednesday, January 21st at the Fox Theater. Tickets at foxtheaterspokane.org.
No crime scene, no suspects, and no backstory.
I don't want to know anything about it. Nothing.
The only clue? DNA, given to a woman in Spokane who volunteered to follow it.
It's the solving. It's the mystery.
I'm Derek Dice with 4 News Now. I'll show you how science, patience, and one woman's lifelong passion finally helped crack a nearly 30-year-old murder case and turned her into SPD's secret weapon.
She's irreplaceable.
Tonight on 4 News Now.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Subaru.
We are following the breaking news at 6:43.
The U.S. has intercepted a Russian-flagged oil tanker, formerly known as the Bella 1, which has been linked to Venezuela and is currently in the North Atlantic.
The U.S. military issued a statement saying U.S. forces had seized the vessel for violating U.S. sanctions. The U.S. Coast Guard first tried to seize it December 20th when the empty ship was in the Caribbean and apparently headed to Venezuela. Since December 31st, the ship has been registered as a Russian vessel with a new name. That vessel was already under U.S. sanctions for carrying Hezbollah-owned cargo and for providing a form of support to the Iranian regime. We will continue following the story as it develops, and of course, Good Morning America will have the latest as well. In Texas, the trial is underway for the former officer accused of failing to protect children during the Uvalde school massacre.
But we're learning that trial could soon end without a verdict. Here's ABC's Hannah Battah.
Nearly 4 years after 19 children and 2 teachers were killed at Robb Elementary in Uvalde, Texas, the trial of a former school police officer is now underway. Adrian Gonzalez faces multiple counts of child endangerment, accused of neglecting his duty to protect the students during the chaotic response to the shooting.
Get inside!
Despite hundreds of officers on the scene, law enforcement took 77 minutes to confront the gunman. Prosecutors say Gonzalez failed to act even after a teacher warned him where the gunman was.
He gets on the radio and says, shots are fired, he's wearing black, he's in the parking lot. He knows where he is. But Adrian Gonzalez remains.
The defense says Gonzalez is being scapegoated, arguing he was one of the first officers to enter the school and that he evacuated children as other police arrived.
The government wants to make it seem like he just sat there, you know. He didn't just sit there. He did what he could with what he knew at the time.
Teacher Stephanie Hale testified her students ran from the playground to the school building to find shelter and armed themselves with scissors.
What was the plan?
Do what we had to do, defend, keep quiet, wait until somebody came to get us.
But the defense says Hale's account of where she saw the shooter changed from her earlier statements, a key detail in this case which they say was not disclosed to them in advance. Now the judge is considering a possible mistrial. Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
Well, here's a live look this morning. The lights are still up at Cowley Park as we ring in the new year. It's not too late to bring smiles to people's faces as they're driving downtown. Come on, looks
Not
gorgeous.
Not at all. Plus, then it gives us something to talk about, like, when are those lights going to ever get turned off? You know?
Whenever Mark decides.
Yes. Of course, Mark Peterson and
Hey,
the
I got
Extreme
lights
team.
up still, too, so.
Yeah,
you know.
Well,
that's
there's
fair.
a lot of people
do.
It's true. It's true. We are keeping an eye on what's going on. Some of us had, a little more snow than others, or other things.
Yeah, and then like the snow, some of the snow's melted overnight, and then we had some other showers come through. Like we just had a little bit of kind of a what appeared to be snow, at least on the radar. It seemed like more of a winter mix based on what we're seeing here. From Michael Johnson here sent us this photo of his neighborhood on the north end of Coeur d'Alene above I-90. And as you can see, he says this is actually little pellets of graupel, so little snow pellets here. So all sorts of stuff going on around the inland Northwest, all sorts of precipitation here. Over the last 48 hours, our temperatures are down into the low 30s. Our ground temperatures are actually quite chilly. They're down into the 20s here. So everybody's got to be aware that if you had a lot of kind of slush on the roads as you went in your neighborhood as you went to bed last night, that's going to be turning into icy spots. So especially some of the higher benches around town, West Plains, South Hill, up into 5 Mile and other places like that. Definitely want to slow it down here this morning because you are going to see some slick spots. We're going to continue with the breeziness that you'll feel as you step out the door this morning through a good portion of the day. We'll have a mix of clouds and clear conditions. Pretty clear right now. We'll see some clouds build up as we head into the afternoon and the warmth of the day. We'll see upper 30s and low 40s, and then snow coming in for the evening around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. It'll be coming in as rain around places like Moses Lake and Grand Coulee, where our highs for the afternoon will be in the low 40s, 30s for everybody else. Let's show you the timeline here. So this is about 4 o'clock, and we've got, for the most part, rain in the I-90 corridor from Ritzville to Moses Lake and down to the Columbia Gorge. It's a bit more of a mix as you head further north into Lincoln County and the Okanagan Highlands. Then as we get into the kind of end of the evening commute, that 6 to 6:30 time frame, we start to see the snow moving into the Palouse, moving into Spokane, and then moving into northeastern Washington. And then it gets hung up in the mountains of North Idaho here as we head towards kind of 7, 8, 9 o'clock. And we'll see off and on scattered mountain snow showers through the rest of the night, mainly across those mountainous areas and the valleys as well of North Idaho. So we're going to pick up some more snow, especially on the Idaho side. An inch to up to about 3 inches, I think, in some isolated spots. Most of us, though, going to fall in the 1 to 2 inch range in the northern and central panhandle. We'll even have a chance for a little bit of snow to stick around Pullman and Moscow, which is a whole lot different than what we saw with what was a bit of a more rain than snow at times yesterday. For Spokane, higher benches have a chance to see things stick, and we may even, with the timing of this coming during the evening as temperatures cool, even see a little dusting kind of stick around the valley bottom here. All right, big snow totals still continuing here for the next 24 hours over Snoqualmie and Stevens Pass. A lot less for 4th of July and Lookout, but remember that's on top of the snow that's fallen already with this last weather system. So pass travel still going to be difficult all the way through Thursday and even into Friday. We'll be drying out over the weekend.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Kyle with Bill's Heating, here to take a look at your furnace.
I thought you guys were teamed up with Gonzaga. Where's the basketball player?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We do have Davis Fogel on standby.
Standby?
Oh, yeah. Whenever one of us needs him, we just shout his name.
What?
Watch.
Whoa, it's like magic.
Actually, he just made me wait around the corner.
Exactly, it's magic.
Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
2 great things happen in January: Kerner Furniture's January clearance sale and National Compliment Day.
And we found a way to celebrate both.
You are the perfect size for a small or large dinner party and the perfect January clearance sale price.
Lazy boy, you're so good at reclining and always at a guaranteed low price.
Find the furniture that complements your home at a price that complements your budget.
Kerner Furniture's January clearance sale is going on now.
Kerner Furniture, nice store, low prices.
Post Falls ER and Hospital, open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
No crime scene, no suspects, and no backstory.
I don't want to know anything about it. Nothing.
The only clue? DNA, given to a woman in Spokane who volunteered to follow it.
It's the solving. It's the mystery.
I'm Derek Dice with 4 News Now. I'll show you how science, patience, and one woman's lifelong passion finally helped crack a nearly 30-year-old murder case and turned her into SPD's secret weapon.
She's irreplaceable.
Tonight on 4 News Now.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Your time is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday in the morning sprint.
It's been feeling a lot more like winter around here lately. We've got meteorologist Matt Gray with a look at our forecast and when we can expect that next round of snow.
But first, Hannah Joy in studio following breaking news.
The U.S. has intercepted a Russian oil tanker formerly known as the Bella 1, which has been linked to Venezuela and is currently in the North Atlantic. The military says the ship was seized for violating U.S. sanctions. The Coast Guard first tried to stop it near Venezuela last month, but the tanker turned around and took off across the Atlantic. Russian forces were nearby as U.S. forces moved in. This morning, President Trump is also laying out demands for the Venezuelan government, and U.S. oil executives are set to meet with Trump at the White House on Friday. For updates, head to KXLY.com.
And in your forecast, the moon is out, and soon the sun will be around Spokane and around Coeur d'Alene as well here eventually as we go in between storm systems briefly. However, our temperatures have cooled off enough to where we're starting to see some slick roads around the region, so build in some extra time on your morning commute. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds here. Temperatures will be in the upper 30s and low 40s. We'll see a little breezy through much of the day. This evening is when the next round of snow will show up. It'll be fairly light, but temperatures will be cold enough that it'll start sticking in many areas.
Families who live near Spokane's South Hill Bluff can learn next week how more than 200 acres of wildfire prevention work have made their neighborhoods safer. In a community presentation, the Spokane Fire Department will explain how crews cleared dangerous brush and vegetation that could have fueled devastating wildfires, threatening their homes and the beloved natural area. You are invited to that presentation, 6 o'clock. January 13th in the ballroom of the Spokane Women's Club.
Snowy conditions have forced a contractor to pause repairs on Highway 2 at Stevens Pass. That's according to the Washington State Department of Transportation. Work will remain on hold through today. Highway 2 will open at 6 a.m., or it opened rather at 6 a.m. between Coles Corner and the Summit, mileposts 85 to 99 without a pilot car. The road is then scheduled to close again at 6 tonight.
Family and friends are grieving for a woman hit and killed by a Meade School District bus Monday night. That woman's been identified as 20-year-old Eva Allen. Police say Allen was in the crosswalk at the intersection of Hastings Road and Bellwood Drive when the bus hit her. The crash is under investigation. As of right now, the driver has not been charged. The Meade School District has placed that bus driver on administrative leave during the investigation. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says impairment and speed do not seem to be factors.
Friends say Eva Allen also went by the name Rowan. They say she's remembered as someone who was kind to everyone she met.
She had a heart of gold. I just loved her. I loved how kind she was. Like, she didn't care what you looked like. She didn't care who you were. She'd be your friend automatically.
A.J. Reeves and Eva first met in middle school and became close friends during their sophomore year of high school. Eva's family and friends say that she had plans to attend Spokane Community College and become a special needs teacher. As we learn more about this investigation, we'll share it with you on KXLY.com.
A new study from the University of Washington found touchscreens in your car can make you a worse driver. Many newer cars on the road rely heavily on technology to control almost everything. Usually that comes in the form of a touchscreen. The study found when people try to drive and use a touchscreen, they become worse at both. It also causes drivers to veer out of their lane. One local driving school says distracted driving is close to becoming the #1 cause of deadly crashes.
Washington health officials are reacting to the CDC's decision to stop recommending certain childhood vaccines. The new guidelines no longer recommend all children to get vaccines for rotavirus, hepatitis A and B, meningitis, RSV, COVID, and the flu. But officials in Washington state are urging parents to ignore the federal changes, calling them misguided. The American Academy of Pediatrics calls the federal decision dangerous and unnecessary. It recommends that parents talk with their child's doctor if they have any questions about vaccines.
Investigative genetic genealogy recently helped Spokane police identify the murderer in a nearly 30-year-old cold case. Margaret Anselmo was a 45-year-old mother of 2. Her body was found in downtown Spokane in January of 1997. She had been raped and beaten to death. The man who murdered Anselmo may never have been identified if it weren't for the Spokane Police Department's secret weapon, a local woman with a passion for genealogy. Linda Keenan volunteered to help SPD with the case. She eventually determined Brian Anderson was Anselmo's killer. We'll explain how she worked her magic to zero in on Anderson. Now she hopes this will allow her to solve more cold cases in the future tonight.
This year, commit to fit and don't wish for it, work for it at Move Fitness.
Whether you're starting from the beginning or just wanting better results, Move Fitness has what you need to get the job done.
Welcome to Missisquoi Casino Hotel. Discover endless possibilities with our exclusive partnership with 49 Degrees North. Cozy fireplaces, state-of-the-art ski lockers, and views that take your breath away. Book your hotel stay with us and enjoy a delicious dinner, drinks by the fire, and the soothing warmth of the hot tub.
Ski, stay, and play at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. Located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah.
Why is a touchless wash best? Touchless doesn't smack and beat your vehicle with rags and raw brushes with the risk of scratches. Instead, we have multiple nozzles that deliver powerful 800 PSI water jets, covering everything from the sides, the roof, and even the undercarriage. Our mixtures remove dirt, grime, and those nasty, nasty street chemicals.
Car Wash Plaza, it's the best in the Northwest.
Sun is rising and we'll get to see it. That's nice to see. It's always great to have some sunshine on a winter day. A little slick on some of our roads this morning with temperatures just dropping down towards freezing in the last hour or two. We are going to see another round of snow come in this evening after we see an afternoon above freezing but fairly dry. As we cool back down, we'll see that snow begin to stick a little bit. Should be fairly light as we go through the night and into Thursday morning.
Well, thanks so much for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, we have loved having you along with us. We will see you throughout the morning with live local updates during Good Morning America. GMA starts right now.